This morning, traffic was diverted to feeder roads in Cotton Tree Village as the scene of a traffic accident was being processed by technicians from the Department of Environment, PUMA representatives, and firefighters. Around 11 o'clock on Tuesday night, a fuel truck carrying gasoline collided into another at the pedestrian crossing at mile 42 on the George Price Highway in front of the primary school in the village.
We got a call from PUMA Energy Belize Limited indicating that there had been a collision on the George Price Highway near Cotton Tree Village. We went out there. When we got out there, we did confirm, yes, that there was in fact a collision between two tankers. We also confirmed that each of the tanker contained approximately 8,000 US gallons of gasoline. And we immediately, at the time, the PUMA personnel were already on the ground, ready to assist the department and the other agency that had responded, which include the fire service, personnel from the Ministry of Works, and from the Transport Department.
Luckily, none of the 16,000 US gallons of gasoline were spilled, averting a possible explosion. Nevertheless, safety measures were taken to first pump the fuel into two other tankers before the trucks could have been removed from the highway.
We cordoned off the area and we decided to divert traffic. And we immediately contacted Liva, I think it's Liva service that came, and we pumped the fuel from the trucks. And they were then dispersed to the PUMA facility. We then removed the vessel, the two trucks off the road by hiring a contractor. I believe it's Tycrobes and Son, and so that was basically it. There wasn't any spillage of gasoline from the tanker itself, but there was just a minor spillage of engine oil on the ground. We clean it up using some oilophobic pads and spread some sand and remove it and clean the highway.
Late last week, there was a demand for both diesel and regular gasoline at the pumps, but PUMA Energy Bahamas SA stated on Tuesday that diesel and jet fuel inventories were normalized after having received a vessel over the weekend. But that was not the same for regular gasoline, and another PDVSA vessel carrying that type of fuel was to be expected later this week. That vessel currently sits in Belize's harbour waiting to be offloaded. News 5 can confirm that at least one gas station in the city has been out of regular fuel. And to meet the demand, on Monday, PUMA received approval for 9 tankers of fuel to be imported from neighboring countries. Those permits are authorized by the Department of Environment for anything pollution-related, hydrocarbons, and then forwarded to the Customs and Excise Department via the Asikuda system.
They were at the western border from early in the morning. And, according to the personnel, there was a protest over on the Guatemala side, not over fuel, about other issues in Guatemala, and this was the reason why they couldn't pass. Normally, we don't have, or we try not to have trucks filled with fuel or any liquefied petroleum gas traveling late at night. Normally, when you see them in those hours, they're normally empty. It's just that there are protocols set between the department and the company, and they try to abide by them as much as possible based on the working time and things like that. We had done all that investigation, and we had concluded that we feel that it was fair enough that the men could be driving the vehicles at the time.
7 of the tankers arrived at the PUMA depot on Caesar Ridge. The 2 other tankers were involved in the collision. It is believed that the accident stemmed from the fatigue of the drivers due to the delay in Guatemala and the late night traveling.
The day before yesterday, we issued permits for PUMA to bring in 9 nine tankers. These were the last 2 of that 9 traveling to Belize City when the incident happened.
They were bringing regular gas, premium, diesel. What were they bringing?
Gasoline. Mostly only gasoline from what I understand, well, the permits that I looked at.
The road was effectively cleared of all debris and engine oil spill around 9 o'clock this morning. Duane, Moody for News 5.